and how sort of what was needed where. So the launch date of this show will be the 2nd of February 2020, so it's 02/02/2020. It will be released on this day on Netflix worldwide. This will hopefully maximise the amount of views that the show will get, as more and more people are getting Netflix accounts each day. The show will be ranged from 17 to 30-year-olds, and these are high parts of Netflix demographic, meaning the show should be very popular. The budget for Netflix being able to keep this show on the platform is £500,000 every year. They will be the main distributor of the show and also the owners. I chose it to go out on this date because it's about the right time when we'd finished, and it's a memorable date as well. So the contingency, here are solutions to problems that may occur through the filming process of the show. So if an actor was unable to attend the shoot, we would obviously have to film other things that could be filmed there without the actor on location, so we don't have a complete waste of day. If a crew member was unable to attend, we always have standby crew members on set and somebody who can fill the role if necessary. So if an SD card was to corrupt, we back up all the footage straight away, so as soon as it's filmed it gets backed up, so there's no time for it to really corrupt, which means we'll always have a backup of it somewhere. If a computer or hard drive was to corrupt, we'd also store things in the cloud, so if a physical copy was to corrupt, we'd have a cloud copy of it somewhere that we could retrieve it. Accident emergency is obviously a key thing for things like this, so we'd make sure there are at least 3 members of staff that are fully first aid trained, and also ensure that an ambulance is called if any injuries are serious enough. Equipment breakages. We follow our insurance policy and replace all the equipment that is possible with what's spare or parts that we have or money from the insurance that we get, but I've also left myself a little bit spillover if we need to buy anything else. So ethical issues such as small-scale violence and crime. The TV show will have a classification of 15 rated, which allows crime and violence as long as the violence and crime is not too graphic. Any violence that will go past the line will be hinted implicitly instead to avoid classification issues at the start of the show, or over a higher rated episode. Drug use will be hinted at and will not be seen on screen, but instead will be hinted at, implied where necessary. Use of explicit language. As the TV show is 15, it will allow explicit language, but will only be put into scenes where necessary and will not go to too far of an extent. Equal representation of ethnicity, gender and sexuality. There will be no discrimination at all here, as we have different ethnicities in every single type of part. So we have different ethnicities in the detective and the criminal, etc. And we also have different genders, minorities and sexualities here. So we have we have one of every type of these things in the show at least, which gives it a very round sort of look. Sound licenses. All sound effects and music will either be produced in a studio or will be licensed appropriately. Location permissions. There will be location release forms that will be signed and approved by the owner of the location where a scene will be filmed. This will give the permission for the local location to be in the TV show. Actors' permission. A talent release form will be signed by the actors to give permission for them to be in the show, and will also have a couple by an insurance approval. So it'll be accompanied by insurance approval from the actor and the insurance of the company that they are associated with, so that they can be in the show. So I made a little title card for the show, and this is it. Here's the script. So in this scene, it is where a criminal goes into a sort of big warehouse to get a package. He is then followed in by a police officer. who is not meant to be doing this job but has been called up. So he's in a higher role than what he's paid to do. And the criminal gets away to then go into where he takes the package, and this is then later found being dropped into the river. Here's my storyboard. So this storyboard is for the script that we've just seen. So as you can see, the criminal walks in to the door, he picks up a package from a table, gets confronted by the police officer, but gets away, and then the package is taken to where it needs to go. Sound.